Luke Sherman TV here with Chris Millington, so a 2-0 defeat. What are your thoughts on the game?
It's probably a bit fresh and a bit early, really, Luke. But I thought it felt like a little bit of a sort of cup tie in some respects. You know, Barnet got themselves in front, a couple of soft goals, things that we'd prepared for. We'd allocated markers for the long throw, and we didn't stay with our marker. The one in particular, lad who scored, ran off his man. So that's one soft goal that didn't need to happen. And then obviously the corner, again, we had practiced and had a set-up, and everybody should have known the jobs and done them. And unfortunately we've been done, and then all of a sudden you're chasing the game. And I thought over the period of the game we were probably the better team, but the big question is how much of that is because Barnet allowed us to be the better team, and we'll never know because they're 2 up, so they then don't have to do a great deal to see the game out. We've had chances, we've had really good chances, we've not taken them. Adam Senior had a fantastic header off a set piece in the first half. We've had a couple of 1v1s in the second half. We've had a number of decent balls into the box first and second half, which people haven't got on the end of. So, you know, if we do more and convert one of those chances, then it could be a very different game. But we weren't good enough in the opposition box, and we were very immature in our play in our own box in the first half, and that's what got us behind.
As you say, it seemed on the whole a fairly even game, but then it's just 2 set pieces goals, and as you say, Barnet very happy to end things there, really.
Yeah, I mean we were the better team. I'd argue we've probably had the better of the possession, we've probably had the better of the territory when we look at the stats, but you know, the fact that they've scored the 2 early goals and we've given the 2 early goals, they're mistakes on our part that have cost us. We don't know how much that's allowed them to sit in and ease off and just protect the lead. So you know, it's all well and good me saying we're the better team, but the reality is we've got beat. So clearly we weren't. But yeah, listen, Barnet have played it in the way that Barnet do. You know, they're a good side, well organised. They know what they're doing. They play with a maturity. You know, they know how and when to slow the game down. They've done that really effectively, and really for all of the huffing and puffing we've done between the boxes, they've deserved the 3 points.
Of course, in that first half as well, Ryan Galvin forced off with injury. Can you say anything about
that? He's gone to hospital for an X-ray, so we'll know more on that later on today. But yeah, it's just a 50-50 ball, and he's come out on the wrong end of it.
Of course, Jack Evans coming on to replace him certainly filled that void.
Yeah, Jack's a very good player, and you know, Jack we know he can play 4 positions very, very well for us, and can come on and do a job in any of those, and warrants a starting position a lot of the time. So he's a top lad. He's fully committed. He's all in. He's fantastic for us, and he came on and he slotted into that position incredibly well. We knew we would have success down our left with creating that space for the fullback to go into, and Galvin was having some success in that sense, and Evans had even more success when he was on the pitch. So of course we want Ryan back fit and available ASAP, but we know that we've got another very, very good player who can do that job in Jack Evans.
Of course, the story of the second half much the same as the first. Obviously, we didn't quite have so many chances against us, and things never just quite fell right for us in the box.
No, we had more penalty box entries, we had more touches in their box than they had in ours, we had more controlled possession. We probably won a few more first contacts and landed on a few more seconds. We showed a little bit more hunger and desire in the second half, but we've not done enough to win the game, and Barnet ultimately deserved the 3 points.
Here at the WAM Stadium here at home of Accrington Stanley, obviously massive thank you to them for letting us get the game on and again on Tuesday night as well, and just over 1,400 travelling fans.
Yeah, the fans have been brilliant, and I mean, first of all, Accrington have been fantastic, and you know, maybe a little too nice to us in some respects, because I think, you know, it felt like it was a little bit of a slow start, maybe because we were taking in the occasion and the way Accrington had treated us. They've been brilliant. The pitch is fantastic. The club have been impeccable in the way they've gone about supporting us and getting the place ready for us, so we can't thank them enough. the fans turned out in the number. They were fantastic, and some of the fans who've come up to us at the end have been really positive and really supportive. And you know, it's really important that it's very motivating for us as a group of staff and players that they understand it isn't through lack of effort today. It's maybe a little lack of maturity and a little lack of sharpness in making sure you do your jobs. Listen, League Two games are decided on fine margins and levels of intensity are maintained, and when we've played Chesterfield, Barnet and I'd argue Bromley at their place, they maintain a level that is akin to a League Two fixture. They do it for 90-95 minutes, and that's the test for us. We knew that was going to be the test. We haven't been able to match that. We started off too slow, and we were always chasing from that point on. So it's a real sharp learning curve for this group of players, that we can't afford those kind of drop-offs if we're fortunate enough to face these teams again this season.
Of course, on Tuesday now it's Ebbsfleet here, who are still trying to secure their survival.
Yeah, I don't know how they've got on today, but very good team, very good attacking lineup. You know, they've got some excellent attacking players, and will have to arguably they'll present a greater test than Barnet have in some respects. So we've got to bounce back very quickly, and we've got to be better on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Cheers, Luke.